Hey there, I'm Erika Leigh with your New England Sports News Update for Wednesday, March 28th, 2012. Let's not waste any time tonight. With little more than a week until opening day, the future is looking bright for the Boston Red Sox, who scored their second shutout of the week on Monday. In addition to their 6-0 win versus the Philadelphia Phillies on Sunday, Josh Beckett threw 5 scoreless innings, striking out 5 hitters, walking 3, and only giving up 1 run. Some other highlights? Dustin Pedroia hit a triple to drive in a run by Jacoby Ellsbury. Cody Ross unleashed his Fenway swing, hitting a 3-run homer for his 4th home run of the spring season, and the Rays pitching fell apart in the bottom of the 7th, allowing the Red Sox another 4 runs. Red Sox shut out the Rays 8-0. Sox next game is tomorrow afternoon versus the Toronto Blue Jays. And Chris Carpenter, who came to the Sox in February as part of a deal for former GM Theo Epstein, won't be making his regular season or minor league debut anytime soon. Carpenter tweeted this afternoon that he'll be undergoing surgery tomorrow for a bone spur in his elbow, saying that he's trying to stay positive and he can't wait to get back on the field this season. And after juggling 2 shortstops this spring season, Red Sox manager Bobby Valentine has finally decided on Mike Aviles as his regular season shortstop, which will send Jose Iglesias, who is also vying for the position, down to the Paw Sox for a little more training. And Red Sox first baseman and former AL MVP Dustin Pedroia is gearing up to help support his U.S. military veterans in this year's Run Walk to Home Base, which aims to provide better support and treatment for our military veterans after they've returned from their service. This year's Run Walk to Home Base is set for May 20th. To learn more about the cause or how you can contribute, visit runtohomebase.org. After losing their most reliable rusher, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, the Pats have a huge hole in their backfield to fill, and the rumors are flying. Among popular speculation, Matt Forte of the Chicago Bears, a 26-year-old 2-time 1,000-yard rusher, but it's unlikely that the Pats will acquire Forte as he represents a significant financial investment, and the Pats would probably have to sacrifice both a 2nd-round draft pick as well as a future 6th-round draft pick for him because they don't have a 6th-round pick this season. So who will fill the Green Ellis gap? Well, we'll probably have to wait until after the draft to find out. The Pats are, however, considering another player, defensive tackle Amobi Okoye, who was on reserve for the Bears last season. Okoye was a 1st-round pick, 10th overall by the Houston Texans back in 2007 when he became the youngest player to ever be drafted in the NFL. But if the Pats are serious about Okoye, they'll have to beat out several other teams who are looking at him, including the Buccaneers, the Broncos, the Bears, and the Cincinnati Bengals, who have already scheduled a workout with him. And if there's one thing I've learned while living in New York, it's that not everybody loves Tom Brady as much as I do. And Jets cornerback Darrelle Revis is no exception. When he stopped by ESPN SportsCenter this morning, Revis made a fist at our beloved QB's puppet. But not to worry, tight end Rob Gronkowski stopped by ESPN SportsCenter later on in the day and posed happily along with our QB's doppelganger. And speaking of Rob Gronkowski, many fans in Foxborough who hit up Dunkin' Donuts for their morning coffee yesterday got a treat even sweeter than a donut when Gronk worked a shift as part of his new partnership with the coffee chain. According to Patriots.com, Rob worked the drive-thru where he handled the customers' money as well as delivered their goods, telling them to Gronk if they love Dunkin' Donuts. More importantly, Rob spoke to the media yesterday about his injured left ankle, which he says is on track for recovery 6.5 weeks out of his surgery. Rob says he can't wait to get back on the field. And his favorite part of working at Dunkin' yesterday? Getting to work with the employees who serve him his coffee every time he's in Foxborough. And last night marked a big moment for Bruins captain Zdeno Chara as he celebrated his 1,000th game in the NHL. The Bruins honored Chara prior to the game at the TD Garden versus the Tampa Bay Lightning last night. And how did Chara celebrate? Why, he scored 3 goals versus the Lightning, leading the Bruins to a 5-2 victory over them. Bruins' next game is tomorrow night versus the Washington Capitals. And during tomorrow night's game, some of our favorite Bruins might look a little bit different when they take the ice. While most hockey players are extremely superstitious about changing their hair during the season, 17 of our beloved Bruins, including Chris Kelly and Brad Marchand, participated in Sean Thornton's 5th annual Cuts for a Cause, which raises money for children battling cancer. All of the money raised at the event today will be donated through the Boston Bruins Foundation and will benefit the floating hospital for children at Tufts Medical Center. And the Celtics just claimed another win tonight, 94-82 over the Utah Jazz, making that their 3rd straight win. Seas are hoping for another victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minnesota on Friday. And that's all for today's New England Sports News Update. From New York City, I'm Erika Leigh. Have a great night.